The film begins by introducing the core group of 4 best friends, Temi Lola, Temi, Aisha and Ama. A voiceover reflects on the past 8 years, setting the stage for their current lives and individual struggles. Has transformed from a heartbroken woman into a highly successful driven CEO of her own wealth advisory firm Atlantic Investment. Despite her professional achievements, the voiceover notes that it still wasn't enough, hinting at a continued emptiness. Aisha reconciled with her husband Sharif after his infidelity. They had a daughter Tawahida, but Aisha felt immense shame about relying on nannies and chose to raise her child alone, hating every minute of it. This suggests a deep dissatisfaction beneath the surface. Ama remains a technical virgin, traumatized by the Lagos dating scene but still searching for love and purpose. Finally, Temi, the narrator, reflects on a past difficult decision where she chose to fight for love. However, her life took an unexpected turn when she was diagnosed with cancer, which she describes as theft, stealing love from her. She hints at a past indiscretion, perhaps hurting a wonderful man for which she felt she was being punished. After a significant loss involving someone named Akin, the idea of love now physically repulses her. The narrative shifts to Temi at work, where she's lauded by her boss Mr. Solanki for her brilliance in a legal case. The client Kunalatega approaches her, expressing interest beyond the professional. Temi, seemingly still affected by her aversion to love, politely brushes him off. Her friends Nkam and Aisha later tease her about the encounter, revealing that Kunal had already reached out to Sharif, who plays polo with Kunal, to ask about Temi. Nkam, ever the provocateur, jokes about her own promiscuous past and encourages Temi to consider Kunal given his indecent wealth. Temi, however, maintains her disinterest in dating, especially a client's son. Kunal, undeterred, sends Temi a formal invitation to a private gathering of legal minds. It's revealed that the invitation was orchestrated by Dili Ah, a respected legal figure whom Temi admires. At the gathering, Dili Ah introduces Temi as a brilliant young mind destined to become the youngest female senior advocate of Nigeria. Over the next 6 months, Temi and Kunal regularly attend these meetings, and Temi finds her aversion to love slowly fading. The voiceover states that she stopped fighting and eventually Kunal proposes to her. Temi tearfully accepts, overcome with emotion. The scene then transitions to a celebratory brunch with the 4 friends. Gum arrives with champagne, prompting a light-hearted moment. The voiceover interjects, providing updates on the other friends' lives during Temi's blossoming relationship with Kunal. Ama has continued her journey of self-exploration, hinting at newfound sexual liberation, but struggles with intimacy when it comes to her partners. She eventually gets dumped by her boyfriend and his wife, implying she was unknowingly, or knowingly, involved in a polyamorous or adulterous relationship. Gum, meanwhile, has been dating one of the richest men in Lagos and his gorgeous wife. She recounts a wild story about acquiring a luxury car and both their numbers from a dealership, further showcasing her boundary-pushing lifestyle. However, her current relationship ends because her partners want a baby, which Gum seems to find baffling. Aisha is struggling with Sharif's intense baby fever. For their daughter Tawahida's 6th birthday, Sharif publicly expresses his desire for a son, even arranging for a fertility specialist to examine Aisha, much to her dismay. Back at the brunch, Temi hesitantly reveals that she slept with Kunalatega. Her friends are ecstatic, teasing her about her long period of celibacy. Just then, Sharif arrives to pick up Tawahida, creating a brief diversion. After he leaves, the friends press Temi for details about her night with Kunal. The narrative then cuts to Ama at a cooking class where she's flirting with the chef. Simultaneously, Aisha is seen consulting with the fertility expert sent by Sharif's mother. The doctor, sensing Aisha's reluctance, gently probes whether she truly wants another baby, urging her to communicate her feelings to Sharif. Aisha confesses that telling Sharif she doesn't want another child would kill him, indicating the immense pressure she feels. The scene shifts to Nkam, who is in bed with her polyamorous partners. The couple expresses their desire for a baby, and Nkam, seemingly disgusted, kicks them out. She then makes a dramatic phone call, canceling an appointment with a wedding planner named Angel. This leads to a dramatic confrontation at Angel's office. Temi arrives for her wedding planning appointment only to find another woman, Kemi, also claiming an appointment for the same day. Angel, the planner, initially insists she can't handle 2 weddings on the same day. However, Kemi reveals she is Governor Oladipo's granddaughter and used to be Angel's client as a child, leveraging this connection to get preferential treatment. Angel, swayed by Kemi's family's influence and past business, prioritizes Kemi's wedding, bumping Temi's appointment. As Temi leaves, she spots Ao, the wonderful man from her past with Kemi. It becomes clear that Ao is Kemi's fiancé, and the realization that she's almost marrying Kunal on the same day as Ao, the man she once hurt, creates an immediate palpable tension. Later, Nkam is seen shopping for baby clothes, clearly battling an unexpected surge of baby fever despite her earlier disdain. She struggles to rationalize her feelings to Aisha, who is baffled by Nkam's sudden change of heart. Meanwhile, Kunal takes Temi furniture shopping for their new home in Lagos. During their outing, they unexpectedly encounter Ao and Kemi. The meeting is deeply awkward, with Kemi's playful remarks about smashing in the past hinting at a history between Temi and Ao. Temi tries to downplay the interaction, but her friends later confront her, sensing her lingering feelings for Ao. They warn her against jeopardizing her relationship with Kunal, reminding her of the pain she caused by choosing Ao in the past. The friends then gather again, and Nkam makes a surprising announcement: she's decided to have a baby. Her friends are initially taken aback, then express concern, reminding her of the significant responsibility involved and her previous disdain for children. Nkam, however, insists she is on board to Babytown, and the discussion ends with her friends expressing worry but ultimately reaffirming their care for her. Nkam, a successful woman, reveals to her friends Aisha and Ama that she plans to have a baby on her own terms. She discloses that she froze her eggs at 30 for this very purpose and is considering IVF, surrogacy, or adoption, or even fucking until she has a baby. Her friends, initially surprised and concerned about her raising a child alone, eventually offer their support, especially Ngum's mother, who assures her the child will be loved. They celebrate Ngum's decision with a toast. Later that night, AMA learns of her godmother Mrs. Agatha's passing. AMA feels guilty for not visiting her godmother recently. A lawyer, Joseph, informs AMA that Mrs. Agatha left the bulk of her estate to her in her will. AMA is stunned and overjoyed by this unexpected inheritance, sharing the news with Ngum and Aisha. Meanwhile, Aisha and her husband Sheriff, impressed by Ngum's business acumen, offer her the management of their personal investment portfolio. Temi, another friend, is on a video call with her boyfriend Kunal, who is away. Their intimate conversation is interrupted when Temi's mother unexpectedly arrives at Kunal's house, where Temi has seemingly moved in. Temi's mother brought food and insists on staying, much to Temi's embarrassment. Ngum, AMA, Aisha and Temi discuss Ngum's journey to motherhood. Ngum, after seeing a horrifying birthing video, decides against carrying a child herself and opts for surrogacy. AMA reveals her plans to reopen her godmother's restaurant with the help of a new friend, Chef Alice. Her friends, particularly Ngum, suggest that Alice might have romantic intentions toward AMA, leading to AMA questioning her own sexuality. Despite her initial confusion and discomfort with the idea of being gay, AMA seeks solace in a church. Meanwhile, Temi is tasked with traveling to Abuja for a work assignment. There she encounters Ao, her ex-boyfriend, who's surprising her by saying he's breaking off his engagement to Kemi and still has feelings for Temi. Temi is conflicted as she is currently in a relationship with Kunal. As Temi prepares for her wedding, Ao reappears, intending to call off his engagement for her. Temi is distressed and tries to stop him, but he is determined. Concurrently, Aisha goes through with an irreversible medical procedure, implying a profound and possibly dark decision regarding her future or a secret. It's suggested that she believes babies should only be born to truly ready mothers, hinting at a potential act of sabotage related to Ngum's plans. The narrative ends with the unresolved tension of Temi's relationship with Ao and the mystery surrounding Aisha's actions. Temi's emotional outburst after Ao interrupts her wedding dress fitting leads to a dramatic public scene. Still in her wedding gown, she flees and Ao follows. They're stopped by police, who accuse Temi of public nudity and prostitution. Ao, to protect her, claims she's his wife, and after a bribe they're released. Meanwhile, Aisha confesses to Ngum a deeply personal secret. She had her fallopian tubes tied after a traumatic childbirth experience with her daughter Tawa Haida, fearing for her life if she had another child. She reveals this as the reason she transferred her finances to Ngum, implying it was a way to secure her daughter's future since she couldn't have more children. Ngum is initially sympathetic but then furious upon learning Aisha secretly interfered with her adoption of Tobchukwu. Aisha defends her actions, claiming Ngum isn't ready for motherhood and would abandon a child as she does boyfriends. Their argument escalates, with Ngum accusing Aisha of wanting her life and even desiring her husband Sharif. Ngum then reveals Aisha's secret about tying her tubes to AMA and Temi. The confrontation ends with Ngum giving Aisha 3 days to tell Sharif herself, threatening to expose her if she doesn't. Aisha retaliates by vowing to ensure Ngum never becomes a mother. In the heat of the moment, Temi confesses to sleeping with Ao, confirming her engagement to Kunal is off. AMA, meanwhile, is pursuing her dream of reopening her godmother's restaurant with Chef Alice. Alice expresses romantic interest in AMA, leading AMA to question her feelings. Despite the undeniable connection and Alice's loving gestures, AMA, overwhelmed by societal expectations and fear, rejects Alice's advances, choosing to prioritize her ingrained values over a potential new path. Alice, heartbroken, leaves. True to her word, Ngum subtly informs Sharif that he needs to speak with Aisha about their financial arrangements. This indirectly leads Sharif to discover Aisha's secret. His family, particularly his mother, is outraged by Aisha's decision to tie her tubes without his knowledge, as it jeopardizes the family's lineage. As punishment, Sharif's family decides to take Tawa Haida to Kano, and Sharif is pressured to take another wife. Aisha is devastated and pleads with Sharif, but he remains silent. Aisha's mother advises her to beg Sharif, emphasizing that sometimes a Nigerian woman must beg even for what is rightfully hers. Kemi confronts Temi, revealing she is pregnant with Ao's child, implying Temi will be a stepmother. Temi realizes she feels relieved, recognizing that her relationship with Ao was not right. She breaks up with Kunal, returning his engagement ring. The story ends with Temi booking a flight to fight, suggesting she's ready to confront her own truths, and Ngum's name is called out, leaving her future uncertain. The narrative concludes with the idea that individuals often act out of fright, leading to the destruction of even the strongest bonds like friendship and sisterhood. If you enjoy watching this video, then subscribe to Angel Recaps for the latest movies explanation.